What's going on YouTube? My name is Trey Kepsel and this is Elk Motorsport. In today's video, I'm going to be showing y'all a small problem that I've been having with the new Momo steering wheel. What happens is every time I press the horn button, instead of activating the horn, it will turn on the high beam indicator light and occasionally turn the high beams on. What I feel the problem is that there's too much paint on the hub adapter that slides over the splines on the steering shaft, and it's poorly grounding. I had a very similar problem with the Grant Challenger GT steering wheel that I had previous to this. It didn't make the high beam indicator light turn on or the high beam turn on. It wouldn't activate the horn at all. And I actually had to remove some paint off of it so that way the ring underneath could contact the steering wheel and ground through the shaft. I'll show y'all the modification I had to do to it, and I'll walk you through the process that I'm going to use to try to determine whether or not that is the actual problem that I'm having. So this is the Grant steering wheel. The modification that I was talking about that I had to do to the Grant steering wheel was right inside here. I had to scratch the paint off where this contact ring has these 3 divots, would make contact, allowing the power, which comes from the multifunction switch off a tab that rides on this contact ring, into this wire that connects to this ring. When this ring is attached to the underside of this button and held in place by this spring, so it lifts it up above this contact surface. Whenever you push the horn button down, it allows these 3 dimples to contact this steering wheel, which grounds through the bolts through the splined section of this adapter to ground through the steering shaft. So what I think is happening is that the new steering wheel's hub assembly that houses the contact ring, allows the steering wheel to actually bolt to it, has got too much paint on it and is causing a poor ground through the shaft. And what it's probably doing is making that power is making its way up into the multifunction switch into the high beam circuit. And that's why every time I hit the horn button, my high beam indicator will come on, and occasionally my high beam itself will come on. So the first part to diagnosing this, I'm gonna pull the old steering wheel off, put this steering wheel back together, and try to see if I can get this old steering wheel to activate the horn. And if that's what it is, all I have to do is clean up the contact surface on the new steering wheel hub assembly, so that way it'll have a proper grounding surface. So this is the aftermarket Momo steering wheel, and just to give y'all a demonstration of what it's doing when I hit the horn button, this time it actually turned on the high beams and the indicator light. And right now, as you can see, it's only turning on the indicator light. It's actually not activating the high beam. And then with the control for the high beam, if you pull it, the high beams will work. The indicator light doesn't come on. And with the truck off, you can actually hear the relay clicking. I think that all the paint that's on the hub is interfering with the grounding. So we're gonna pull this steering wheel off and we're gonna take a look. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the old Grant steering wheel back on here just to double check to make sure that it is just poor grounding on the new steering wheel. Well, it works. So now all I gotta do is clean up the new steering wheel. Now all that's left is to test out the horn. Now they're gonna hear me coming down the road for sure. Well guys, that does it for this video. Not a real big problem. Thankfully it wasn't even a really big solution either to fix it. My registration went out on my truck, and in the state of Texas, you have to have your vehicle inspected to have it registered, and you have to have a functioning horn to pass a state inspection here. I want to thank y'all for watching this video. Hit a like if it was something that you enjoyed watching, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.